The order of operations is sometimes described as PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, and how this works is we start off with the parentheses, and that is any operations that are inside the parentheses, because there are no operations, or rather the parentheses are not an operation by themselves. E stands for exponents, that is you'll do any exponents first, or next I guess I should say. Then we do any multiplication and division. Now, don't let the fact that the M comes before the D make you think that multiplication comes before division. They come at the same time in the order of operations. So multiplication and division are tied. We would do whichever one is on the left if we had both of those. And the same thing goes for addition and subtraction. Those are also tied. We would do whichever one is on the left. So let's just do a few examples. In this example, we have addition, we have division, and we have an exponent. So between those, the exponent is definitely the thing that will come the first in the order of operations. So I'll go ahead and say 12 plus 54 divided by 9. I couldn't do addition or division yet. I have to wait until this stuff over here is resolved. Now, looks like we only have addition and division left. So when I look through here, it looks like division is the next thing that will take place. So I'll have 12 plus 6, because 54 divided by 9 is 6. Alright, now I can do my last operation, which is addition. We get 18. Now, you'll notice how I'm doing my work here. I'm starting out with the original problem, then I'm rewriting things with only having made the change that was of the operation that I did. So 3 squared, instead of writing 3 squared, I got 9. That way, at any point in here, I could completely ignore. So, at any point, let's say this part wasn't here, I wouldn't need to look any higher to see how to continue. Alright, let's see. On this one, we have 237 minus, well, I guess I don't need to rewrite all of this. We have subtraction, we have exponents, and we have multiplication, but the multiplication is in parentheses, and parentheses elevate the priority of anything on the inside. So this multiplication is the thing that will take place the first. And 2 times 3 is 6, so we get 237 minus 6 cubed. Now, there's subtraction and exponents. Those are the only two operations. Yes, there are still parentheses the way that I wrote this, but there are no operations on the inside of the parentheses. So they're kind of not doing anything. They're just holding this 6. So you can ignore them, basically. You could rewrite it without the parentheses or just, well, ignore them. That's what I'm about to do. So I'm going to do 6 cubed. Now, we saw before that when we have a negative number inside parentheses, and we're plugging that into the calculator, you want to be careful to actually, mind those parentheses. But in this case, it's a positive number, so there's not really anything going on. So we get 237 minus 216. I can just do that subtraction, 237 minus 216, which gives me 21. And on this one, we have both subtraction and addition. Remember, subtraction and addition are tied in the order of operations. And this is the one that's on the left, so that's the one I need to do first. 4 minus 5. If you remember your rules for adding and subtracting numbers, well, the rules actually, the way we saw it, is we will convert this to addition. So let's go ahead and do that. 4 plus negative 5 plus 7. But now we have addition and we have more addition. Well, it actually, the thing about addition is it doesn't really matter the order you do these in. So you could do this one or that one first. This is called the associative property of addition. But in any case, I'll do this one because I'm just following the order of operations here. So we end up with negative 1 plus 7. Is 5 minus 4 is 1, and the 5 was negative. So we get negative 1 plus 7, and then we end up with a positive 6. There's other ways I could have done that one. That's just the way I chose to do it. Alright, I think this is supposed to be 2 separate problems, so let me do this one first. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I think this is supposed to be 24 divided by 6, and then quantity cubed. So there's 2 operations here, division and exponents. The division is on the inside of the parentheses, so I need to take care of that first. 24 divided by 6 is 4. So then I end up with 4 cubed. You can put the parentheses or not, it doesn't really matter. 4 cubed is 64, so that's a pretty quick problem. This one right here, which is 2 plus 3 parentheses 4 minus 1. We have addition, we have multiplication, and we have subtraction, but the subtraction is on the inside of the parentheses. So that's going to be the first one I do. 2 plus 3 parentheses, well, 4 minus 1 is 3. Now I have addition and multiplication, so I'll do the multiplication next. 2 plus 9, and finally the addition. Alright, in this example I have addition, exponents, division, and multiplication. The exponent is the thing that will take place first, so I'll do 2 to the 4th. That's 4 times 4, which is 16. Alright, now I have addition, division, and multiplication. So division and multiplication are tied in the order of operations, so I need to do the one on the left. I need to do this one next. So I'll do 4 plus, 16 divided by 4 is 4. Alright, now I have addition and multiplication, so this is the next operation I'll do, 4 plus 12, and finally 16. Now, if in the past you had found you're doing, if what you call showing your work is doing something like this, 16 divided by 4 equals 4, I don't know, times 3 equals 12 plus 4 equals 16. I'm not willing to try to figure out what you're doing when you're doing stuff like this, and I will not give you partial credit based on trying to show, well, your work like this. I kind of don't consider this work, because this is more or less gibberish, because what you said here is 12. You have a number 12 between those two equal signs, and you have a number that's equal to 4 here. So what you said is 4 equals 12 equals 16 equals 16. That's ultimately what you said in this particular, if you did your work in this way. And this is very similar to submitting a big long run-on sentence to your English class. And the reason it would be a run-on sentence is because you're changing your subject. You start off talking about this thing, and then you say, that is this. And then you change and you start talking about this thing. Well, actually, no, you say that is this, and then you start and you change it, talk about this thing, and then you say that is this, and then you change. You know, it's just really not a good habit. And for these are really simple problems, and you might be able to do it on these, but trust me, once we start getting into a little bit more complicated things, it's not a good technique. You really want to learn, you really want to get some practice doing it the way that I'm doing it here, which is why I'm emphasizing it so much at the moment.